you are not prepared to make sacrifices, you cannot succeed. The founding fathers of this country were very wise. They decided that since there are 3 different races with different religions in this country, the only way to have peace is to accept sharing this country, sharing the wealth of this country, sharing the power in this country. And the sharing should be fair. And because they accept that idea of sharing, which of course involves some sacrifice, you have to give up something if you want something during a process of sharing. Then only you can have peace. But we see, for example, in Egypt, they were against Mubarak. He was a dictator. Everybody united to bring down Mubarak. They thought that's the end of it. Now we can have democracy. But democracy involves seat election, and you cannot have everybody winning. Somebody will have to lose in order that others will win. But the losers do not want to accept losing. One of the principles of democracy is that when you lose, accept losing. If you don't accept losing, there will be no democracy. If after losing you take to the streets and demonstrate, then there will be no government. And that was what happened in Egypt. And it's happening also in Libya, in Somalia, and in many other countries. To become democratic is not easy. The Western countries took 200 years to develop democracy to the present stage. We are supposed to become democratic overnight. It's not easy because we must understand that the ballot determines who wins. If you don't accept the results of election, and every time there is an election you say, well, the other chap cheated, then there will be no democracy. I go to Egypt, I went to Egypt twice to explain to them, please accept losing. In a democracy, you must accept losing. If you lose, wait for the next election and try again. But they couldn't wait. The moment they lost, they accused the winners of cheating, and they took to the streets, and you know what happened. So when we want to see Somalia, for example, peaceful, Somalia people are divided into different tribes. You have to give up something if you want to be able to live in the country with other tribes. But if everybody wants 100% of what they think is their entitlement, then there will be no